This is CG Ruthless Sports. I will be brutally honest. Ain't nothing but being brutally honest. Coming at you with another video.
What's up, everybody? CG is back in the live stream. So what's good, everybody? All right, we're going to do some NFL Week 17 picks. I know I'm doing these unnoticeably, dude. I'm just trying to do as much as I can, do as quickly as possible. Try to get my pick'ems as fast as possible, get these done with. But that's not the point. We'll get to these picks in a bit. But we're going to discuss about the matchups. So, my bad. Get rid of this one. Okay. So we'll definitely discuss these matchup games right now. So let's get on to the Titans versus the Dallas Cowboys, which I think it's going to be one of those games. I believe it's in Tennessee, if I'm mistaken, or maybe I think I might have got it wrong. I think it was supposed to be it's supposed to be where the Cowboys are playing at. I think it's going to be a home game, But I think I got it all mixed up right there. Okay. So, all right. We're going to discuss this matchup. Tennessee Titans haven't been playing really good football as of lately. They've been struggling. Offensively, defensively, they've been okay, but they just haven't been able to they haven't been effective. They lost to Jacksonville. They lost to the Houston Texans. They are falling off their division race. It could either come down between Jacksonville and maybe Tennessee for that division, but Tennessee isn't leading towards the right direction right now as we speak. So this game doesn't seem favorable for Tennessee because it doesn't seem like they're playing good football as we speak. So it's like Dallas, they came away with a big upset over the Eagles, even though it wasn't with Jalen Hurts at quarterback, but they still won. So I don't know how to express it. I just have to go with what I see on the football field. I'm gonna go with the Dallas Cowboys on this game alone. I think it's gonna be more of this type of favorable game. What's up, Boats? How's it going, dude? How's it going? Yep, I'm going to pick the Dallas Cowboys on this matchup. As much as I despise them, you got to go by how you look at the matchups and how you favorite them by how they play. They should be able to have a good offense. They should be able to move down the field more. They should be able to score more than Tennessee. Tennessee's probably going to be not doing much effectively, so they're probably going to play more catch-up, so they might not be able to run the ball as much as everybody would expect them to be. So that is pretty much my picks for that one. But the reason why I don't see Tennessee winning this game, it's just they're not playing up to the same level they were early in the season. Now they're just starting to crumble a bit. So it's not your typical Titans that everybody was accustomed to the last few years when they were building a damn good solid foundation. But they're just not the team anymore. But that's not the point. Yep, solid pick. Yep. So the point is we got the Saints versus Eagles. New Orleans Saints, I don't see them beating the Philadelphia Eagles. Even if Jalen Hurts doesn't play or not, I don't trust the Saints on any of these matchups because they're not fully all the way consistent. Like, I just don't trust the Saints. So Saints are pretty much not the team that everybody would take seriously. I just think Philadelphia is definitely going to give them problems. So I'm going to go with Philadelphia. I think Eagles are going to bounce back. The Saints, I don't know. They're not that good of a football team, if I'm being honest. Yeah, but they won't win. Yep. They just won't win. I don't see nothing convinced for the Saints to even beat the Eagles. They're coming off a defeat over the Cowboys. They would probably want to take their frustration, but I do see this as a struggle process with them. So I think the Saints will give them some problems, but they're not going to win. Yeah, trap game for Philly. It could be. We'll see. But realistically, it's anybody's ball game. It's pretty much anybody's ball game because Saints can be the spoilers. They can still be in the mix for that NFC South division because it's really bad. Like, even the Buccaneers are not even closing the division right now. So it's pretty wide open if I'm being straightforward. Like, dude, the NFC South is so damn terrible, dude. Even the Saints can win it, bro. And that speaks volume. Not the Falcons. The Falcons are so terrible they got eliminated. Okay, so Bears versus Lions. This kind of seems more favorable for both teams, actually. But the difference is the Lions are actually more hot and more better. Even though they lost to Carolina, I don't see no way they lose to the Bears. I just don't see it. I think the Lions are just coming off a weird loss, and I think they're just going to bounce back. And I have a gut feeling. This may sound crazy, but I have a gut feeling that this can come down to the Packers and Lions competing for that last spot. So I do think that's probably going to lead towards that possibility. So I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions on this game alone. I think they're just going to outmatch the Bears. No offense to all these Bears fans. I got nothing against you guys, but I think Detroit's going to beat y'all. And it's just going to be not even close. Like, I don't know. Everybody's hyping freaking Justin Fields, bro. He's nothing special. Like, he's not that great. He's just a good runner, solid passer, but nothing spectacular, if I'm being honest, bro. And it's just, I don't know. Ohio State quarterbacks have proven to be draft busts throughout time. Justin Fields has proven to be maybe a serviceable quarterback who can step in and play, but I don't know if he'd be a long-term starter. But the Bears are just going with the flow. But that's not here or there to discuss, if you know what I mean. You just have to go with the flow, but I feel like the Lions are going to definitely give them problems. So I do think Detroit's going to win this game. So Colts versus Giants. Colts are not even playing up to their level. The Giants are kind of like whatever. They're just not exactly consistent either. So it's pretty much like hard to choose which one I want to pick. But realistically, I'm going to have to go with the Giants, man. Giants seem like they should be able to match up better with the Colts. The Colts don't seem like they want to play football. They just don't seem to play inspiring football since I can remember, dude. It's like the Colts team, bro, I don't know what the Colts are doing. Like, I don't know what their intentions are now. It's like, dude, they're not even playing for something no more. The Giants, they definitely could play for something because they can get in as the last seed in the playoff spot. So they just have to win this one or get the 6th spot, I believe. So I'm going to go with the New York Giants because I think this is more favorable. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Ms. Bergay, how's it going? Yeah, I'm just going to go with New York Giants because I think they're going to play for something. The Colts, they don't got nothing to play for. They don't really care. Yep, I agree. It's good to see Ms. Bergay. Good to see her in the building. But yeah, I'm going to go Giants because I feel like this is a must-win for them, and they still have a chance to be in the playoffs. So that's got to have some meaningful for the Giants. Like, what are the Colts playing for? They're not playing for nothing, actually. They're actually playing for, they're playing for pride, if I'm being honest. Like, Jeff Saturday is pretty much done as a head coach. If they even consider making him a permanent head coach, bro, there ain't going to be no difference, dude. It's not going to be no promising for the Colts. The Colts kind of put themselves in a bad look, dude. You don't hire a guy who's been a player, bro. You got to let them earn their spots with being assistants. Pushing them towards the line doesn't work that way. I think Jeff Irsay deserves a lot of heat for this because now you're kind of giving every other people bad looks. Okay, so Panthers versus Buccaneers. I know this sounds like it's a divisional game. It's a divisional game, so it's anybody's game. But last time Carolina, they did dominate the Lions. They did beat the Buccaneers. Like, I do see it like potentially. Oh, wait, my bad. What the heck? What's going on with my thing? Hold up a second, guys. I don't understand what the heck just happened. Okay, so Buccaneers versus the Carolina Panthers. So I believe Carolina is actually playing for something now, because ever since they kind of had nothing to lose and they got this new coach, Steve Wilks, to be their interim head coach for the time being, this team's actually playing a lot more inspiring. And Buccaneers are just playing terrible. Like, they're not even playing up to their same level. They're not even like half as good as they used to be. So it's like, I like what I've seen from the Carolina Panthers. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I think Carolina could even make they can even win the division. I think Carolina could definitely win this division without a doubt. Like, is it crazy to even think of it that way? I don't know about that, but it's possible. I mean, look, you look at it this way. They're gonna win. They're gonna win these type of games. Carolina is actually playing for something. They're playing for pride, but they're actually playing for a division title. So I got to go with Carolina for this one. It's like you're playing for something. You're playing for pride. You're playing for something. And the coach, Steve Wilks, this guy can make a strong case to be the Panthers head coach. Like, can you imagine just firing the coach that couldn't win you some games? And this guy actually wins you football games? Are you going to consider removing the interim tag and make him permanent head coach? Like, I think Steve Wilks is doing a fantastic job for the Carolina Panthers. Like, they're playing some hard out there. So I gotta give a shout out to Steve Wilks, man. If he can get this Panthers team to the playoffs, dude, that is amazing. That speaks volume as a football fan. You have to be amazed by the fact that Steve Wilks is actually making a case for this head coaching job. Like, everybody's playing hard for this guy. Like, I don't know, Matt Rhule's a college coach, so there was nothing special about what he did in college. Like, he was a solid head coach in college, but he wasn't all that. Like, you hire a lot of college coaches, it doesn't always equal success at the next level. Yep. Bucks got drama and injuries. Yeah, if we can get the Panthers and Giants to play, that'd be great. That'd be a great matchup to look at, yeah. What's up, everybody? What's up, Randy? Good to see you, Daytona. Yeah, Bucks got drama and injuries, but I do like what I've seen from Carolina. Yeah, hello, CG. Yeah, Panthers gave us CS, so I will root for them. Yeah, let's hope we can play them, actually, so we can take them out. And, yeah, hello, Corey Davis. How's it going, man? Doing my pick'ems, man. Doing my pick'ems. So, yeah, I'm going to pick Carolina for this one, 24-16. I think it's going to come down to the way it's played out to be. I think Carolina is actually kind of making a strong case. Like you would have said maybe early in the season when they traded Christian McCaffrey and traded some players away, you would think, oh, the Panthers are tanking. They know they're not going nowhere. And now they have a good chance to actually win the division. So now we'll see what happens. So Steelers versus Ravens, it's a division game. If Lamar Jackson's playing, I'm going with the Ravens, but they actually won without Lamar Jackson and the Steelers. Despite what everybody thinks, I'm just not impressed with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like, okay, you got 3 interceptions from Derek Carr and the Raiders. They gave you a lot of chances, but you guys couldn't score out of it. So I don't know. I'm not really convinced with the Pittsburgh Steelers, if I'm being straight honest. I mean, this could be a low-score game, but give me the Ravens. I think this is going to be a low-score game. I'm going to go with the Ravens on this game. I'm going to go 7-13. I don't know if Lamar Jackson's playing or not. So if he's not playing, I'm going to go with that scoreboard. But if Lamar Jackson is playing, this would be my scoreboard. This would be my scoreboard if Lamar is playing. So if Lamar, okay, let's say Lamar is playing, I'm going to go with that scoreboard because I think that's going to be too much for them to handle. So either way, I'm picking the Ravens on this game. Yeah. Sup, CG? What's up, man? What's up with all? Yeah, no Lamar got to go, but because they haven't had a losing season in a while. But Ravens are tough. They did win without Lamar Jackson. They won with their backup and third string quarterback. So I still trust Baltimore on this game. Yeah. Dude, everybody says that, but come on, man. Baltimore is a lot more talented than the Raiders. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, but dude, we have to look at realistically. Like the Ravens did win without Lamar Jackson, bro. They won without Lamar Jackson. I can't say much about that. Just because the Steelers won against the Raiders doesn't mean they're good. Dude, they had opportunities to score more points, and they didn't even do squat. They barely got anything. This year, Steelers just sucks. Yeah, what's good, man? Yeah. It should be a Sunday Night Football. I think that's going to be an ugly game, dude. It's Tomlin who needs to coach tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen, dude. Yeah, I know Raiders suck, but it would be more entertaining game. Just like that Thursday Night Football game where I was at, dude. I was at that Battle of the Bay. That game was freaking blowout shit. That'd be, I don't know. I think that's why they don't want to have that game, but especially on primetime. We'll see about it. I know some of you guys have different opinions, but hey, the Browns versus Commanders. The Commanders are still in the mix. They still have a chance to even get in the playoffs. The Browns, I don't know. They're not playing up to their level, but it's never a doubt in my mind. I'm going to go with the Commanders. Because even though they lost to us, I still think they're a good football team, and I still think they have a decent shot to maybe make a playoff run. So I would pick Commanders because I like what I've seen from this team. And I checked out the press conference from the Commanders, and Ron Rivera still will stick with Heineken at quarterback. So I think the confidence speaks volume. Maybe just one bad game and they just pull them aside, but I think they'll be okay. I think Commanders will be fine. So I'm going to go Commanders for this game. I feel like I feel like they have a decent chance to maybe make a case for the playoffs, but they have to beat Dallas for the season finale. And maybe Dallas might even rest their starters, knowing how there's nothing to play for. They might even be playing smart for this one. So that's a tricky one. That's where I can just figure out which is tricky for me. But yeah, we'll see about it. Yeah, I got Commanders too. Give me the commies. Browns are cursed. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it would be more interesting to watch. But all right, Broncos versus Chiefs. This is a tragedy, okay? This is a tragedy for the Denver Broncos. It's like, okay, you guys were hyping Broncos country, let's ride. How about this? Broncos country, let's quit. Let's quit. That's what you guys should have your slogan. Like, having Russell Wilson was nothing but hype. Like, when I picked you guys for once, you disappoint me. I had you guys beating the Rams, and you guys couldn't do a damn thing. It's embarrassing to even say that shit. Like, let's ride? How about let's quit? You just fired your head coach. Nobody in the locker room believes in Russell Wilson. Nobody in the damn organization has an idea what the hell they're doing in Denver, bro. It's a complete shambles in Denver, bro. And I'm not saying it to be harsh. Yeah, you guys may have beat us early in the season, but it's embarrassing the fact that you guys can't even produce any W's, bro. You can't even get over the hump. You can't even beat the Raiders. You can't even win some meaningful games. But y'all had no problem beating us? Come on, man. Anything else, bro, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not going to just go on for this forever, but I'm just going to go with Kansas City. No offense. Kansas City's just going to blow you up, and it ain't going to be a contest. It ain't going to be a contest whatsoever. It's bad enough I feel bad for y'all. Yeah. Yep. Why even play this KC versus Denver game? Yeah, what is up, CG Roof? Hey, how's it going, Awesomeness? Yeah, they beat a Jimmy G 49ers team. Yep, pretty much, but that's all I can say. But what could I say about it? You know what? That's the slogan that the Broncos country deserve to have. You don't earn the right to have let's ride. No, you have the right to have let's quit. Let's quit. That's what y'all should have. You should say Broncos country, let's quit. Because you guys suck. And it's probably the first time I've ever bashed y'all, but yeah, you guys are overrated. All right. I'm going to go on to the next team, man. I didn't want to get y'all I wanted to get y'all a little entertaining right there. I mean, it is what it is. But man, it is embarrassing to even go through this offseason hyping this team. The most overrated hyping team I've seen thus far. Yeah. They should make a shirt that says Broncos country, let's quit. That would be a good shirt to have if you're actually kind of the other way around. Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing okay. No, not let's hide. Let's quit. Let's hide. Yep, that's true. But I ain't trying to be harsh with everybody else, man. I'm just trying to give y'all some good jokes. But I feel like in a good mood. Sometimes I got to roast some teams like that. Cardinals versus Falcons. The joke of the week. The joke of the week. Two of the jokes. You know why they're two jokes? One can't even get, one's eliminated from even being in the playoffs from the NFC South. That's a joke. Anybody can get in, but not you guys. But Atlanta, they choke an opportunity to take the NFC South. They choke the lead. Oh my God. Then you got the biggest joke of all franchise. You got the Arizona, I don't give a damn Cardinals. You know why they don't give a damn? They kept their GM for so long. They kept their GM so long that everybody in the locker room doesn't even believe in the damn team. Kingsbury is losing respect in the locker room. Your quarterback is actually becoming a problem. And what's even worse is you had no other choice but to fire your GM because he got caught red-handed with the incident. So you had to do something. That's a joke. And your owner says he's fed up with it. He's full of crap. He is full of crap. That's lies. He's just saying it just to get people little hopes and all that bull crap. Coming from a fan like that, that's embarrassing. So we're going to call it the shit bowl. The shit bowl of the week. They're two jokes. One actually has a terrible franchise, but I think it's going to be a terrible game. Give me the Atlanta Falcons. There's no way in hell y'all going to choke this damn game. If you guys choke against the Cardinals, then you guys have something wrong. They're on to their third-string quarterback. You should have no problem beating Tracy McSorley at quarterback. Like, please. Please, man. Like, Tampa Bay just made it look cute, man. Come on, stop that shit. Stop it. Stop. I know I'm just being harsh, but I'm coming with these harsh jokes, man. Coming with harsh jokes. Harsh jokes of reality. It's just the funniest part of the medicine. But let's go on, yeah. Yeah. Watt retires, yep. You know why J.J. Watt retires? Because he's sick of losing. Who wants to play for a losing organization? If I was part of a losing organization for decades, would I still want to play? Hell no. Despite the injuries, he would still either play a couple of years. Let me tell you a story about my team. Joe Staley, the guy was injured at times, but throughout his career, even in 2017, he had thoughts of retiring. But then when he took the chance with Kyle Shanahan as a head coach, he lasted a couple of years. I'm telling you, it's all about winning. Players don't retire, just retire. They retire because they're sick of losing. They're sick of losing. That's why players retire, because they are sick of losing. J.J. Watt might have made the biggest mistake in his franchise by going to the Arizona Cardinals, bro. You were going to go to a losing culture. You weren't getting nowhere with this franchise. You went from a disaster franchise to the worst. You can't make that stuff up. Yeah, I'm telling you, when you play for a trash organization, you eventually retire, bro. You get tired of losing. It's depressing for some of them. But I know what it's like because I played for losing organizations, and I actually played for one good team to stick around. It takes one good team to keep you around for a while. But let's go on to the next one. So the Jaguars versus Texans. This is tricky. It's a division game. It's kind of a weird game. But I don't know. Texans have actually been on a winning streak against the Jaguars. And for whatever reason, the Jaguars just struggle. Can the Jaguars end this losing streak? It's definitely a possibility. But for whatever reason for these Texans, man, I can't sleep with Houston, man. They're playing spoilers. The Jaguars, they may look good, but, man, my gut feeling says this can be the upset pick. I don't know. I would want to pick Jacksonville, but something tells me about Houston. So I don't know. Houston is kind of like they're going to try to finish on a strong note. So I might have to go with Houston on this pick. Because, when you look at the Texans, their record is what it is, but they are playing for pride. They are playing for something. Even though they're not even worried about going to the playoffs. They don't care about a freaking draft spot. They just want to spoil people's seasons. So why not ruin your division season? Why not ruin the Jaguars' chances of even making the playoffs? Just beat them. And Tennessee would thank you for that, actually. But, yeah, it's a spoiler, yeah. Yeah, we'll see about that, man. We'll see about that, Randy. But, yeah, I'm going to go with the Texans for this one. So Houston's going to pull the upsets. That's simple. I mean, until the Jaguars can beat the Texans otherwise, I can't choose against Houston when it comes to the Jaguars. The Jaguars have just struggled against them from history alone. So when you look at those two teams that match up together, it's kind of hard to – it's kind of like why – it's kind of a no-brainer. If you've seen how Jacksonville struggle against a team like Houston, then you can understand why I would pick Houston for this one. Okay, so Dolphins versus Patriots. Division game, it gets tricky, but something tells me that the Dolphins are falling apart. So I may pick this one. So I think New England's going to play a solid game. They're going to play decent enough to win. But Dolphins, for whatever reason, they're probably not going to win this game. It's kind of crazy to even think of it this way, but it can come down to the Patriots actually winning this game. So I'm going to go with New England. It seems like the Dolphins are starting to fall apart. Everybody's starting to figure out the offense. There's a blueprint to stop them. If you do exactly what the Niners are doing, you can beat them. And teams are starting to learn from that. So there's your blueprint. I think Miami's going to go through a collapse. They're going to finish the season 8-9 unless they prove me otherwise. But that's the way I look at the matchup, and you just have to look at like the way it is. So we have to look at it that way. I just don't know how the Dolphins are going to even play good football. Like, I thought when they play at home, they are a better football team, but it's not the case. They lost to the damn Packers by 4 or 6 points? Are you freaking serious? Like, how do you lose to an overrated Packers team that's not even that fucking good, bro? They're not even at their best. Like, Rodgers is barely having any chemistry with these wide receivers. Their defense is among the worst, and you lost to those sorry bums? No excuse. Dolphins are starting to collapse a little bit. Yeah, is Tua out again? I don't know. Pari is. Maybe that's why I'm picking the Patriots for this one. Jets versus Seahawks. Which one's going to look bad? Which one's going to be crappy? Oh, my God. The Jets have a decent chance to make a playoff run, but Seattle, maybe they could make their final case for a playoff spot. But for whatever reason, I might have to go. I might go for the upset for this one. I haven't seen enough to be convinced from the Jets, man. I don't know. Is it just me? Or is it the fact that Jets are what they are, bro? I don't know. I just don't know about the Jets, bro. They're not playing up to their same level. They're not really the same football team. Maybe it's because of the Mike White effect, maybe, but I think he's supposed to return, but I'm not really convinced with the Jets right now. So I might have to pick a division team. So sorry, I got to pick Seattle for this game. Because I think Seattle does have at least a decent chance to make a final case for that spot. Because all Seattle has to do is beat the Jets, and they just beat the Rams, and they can get a playoff spot. They can easily get a playoff spot if they wanted to. But that's not either here or there. But we'll get to those other games in a bit. Because, I mean, I'm telling you, Seattle, all they have to do is win out these two games, and maybe they have a strong case to make a playoffs. Because there's a 7th seed, so as long as they're above 500, they have a better chance to make the playoffs. Because they will be competing with Green Bay for that spot. But I think even by then, I think Seattle has a better record than them. But let's go on to the next game, which we got the 49ers versus Raiders. I mean, word on the street, there's a word on the street that Derek Carr might be benched. There's been reports. There's been a lot of stuff going on about what's going on with the Raiders, their lack of identity on offense. It's kind of been a dramatic team, kind of like an up and down team, like a disappointment. But they're playing against a red-hot 49ers team that's been on a 8-game winning streak. And they've been a lot better football team with their third-string quarterback. It's crazy that you would think, hey, how does this team even playing great with a third-string quarterback? Usually for other football teams, when they lose their starting quarterback, their season may be over. But if you go onto your third-string quarterback, that's even digging deeper. You're out. You're digging a big hole out of there. Your season would be over. But no, the Niners are having some magic. This is a magical team. We're a lot better. But I don't want to brag about it. I don't want to flex. I don't want to be harsh with the Raiders. But I'm gonna just tell you like it is. This may sound cocky, but the Niners are going to blow the freaking brakes out of y'all. We're gonna blow the brakes out of y'all, and there ain't gonna be a damn thing y'all can do about it. There ain't gonna be a thing y'all can do about it, because we're gonna make y'all pay. Dude, there ain't going to be nothing y'all can do about it. We're going to put in some 38 points. We're going to blow out the Raiders. No offense. Run with Josh Jacobs all you want. You're not getting a single freaking yard. Try to run with Jacobs, and you're not going to get past 2 or 3 yards. You're not going to get nothing out of Josh Jacobs on those run plays. Try to feed the ball to Devontae Adams. Okay, get your yards. But if you try to force to throw the ball and our secondaries are in a good position, you're going to throw multiple interceptions. You might get a pick six. You might get a fumble. You might get this Niners team running over you guys. And let alone Kittle's going to have a field day. Ayuk's going to freaking murder y'all secondary. Is this even a discussion? This is just an unfair game. This is exactly what I experienced going to that Battle of the Bay. But this is my scoreboard. This may sound crazy. This may sound arrogant and cocky. But I'm flexing my shit, bro. The Raiders got nothing. Try to run the ball with Josh Jacobs, and you ain't going to get a damn thing. Feed it to Darren Waller. I dare you to give it to Waller. We're going to hit him. Try to give the ball to Hunter Renfrow. We're going to knock that little midget out. Try to hold on to the ball. Try to hold on to that ball, and maybe you might want to consider putting Carr back out there. If y'all going to bench Derek Carr for Stidham, we're going for picks all day. We're going to turn the ball over, and he ain't going to do a damn thing. We're going to blow y'all out in Las Vegas. We're going to fly back home to Levi's, and we're going to come away with a W. The Raiders ain't got nothing. You couldn't beat a terrible Steelers team. You couldn't beat a JV's Rams team. You couldn't beat a team that was fully injured. The Rams weren't even fully healthy, and you lost to them? The Steelers? You lost to them? But you beat the Patriots. Okay. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, they're already eliminated. They're not even playing for nothing at this point. So we'll blow the freaking soul out of them. Dude, if they are going to bench Carr, they might have no other choice but to put him back out there. It's not going to even be close. I know there's going to probably be some Raider fans going into my comments and say, oh, he's too cocky. This guy's a little arrogant. He's an arrogant Niners fan. Well, dude, you guys I don't seem impressed with y'all. Dude, I have never felt this confident in quite some time like this, bro. I don't know what to say. But I'll tell you what. It's not going to look great. But, hey, it is what it is. I might be flexing and getting cocky with this game. Yeah, they are playing for sport. Yeah, maybe playing for draft picks. Yeah, pretty much. How many games have they won? I think they only won 4 games. 4 or 5 games or something, but they didn't play as good. Vikings versus Packers. Okay, this may sound crazy. Upset of the week. Green Bay's going to probably remain for one more game. This may sound crazy, but I am going to go. Actually, this is going to be the upset for me. So give me the Green Bay Packers for this game alone. This is going to be the game. This is where it gets interesting. This is where it gets pretty interesting, guys. Then the Packers win. The Niners move up a spot. They move up to number 2. Number 2 seed, the Packers and the Lions. You're going to see Detroit Lions and the Packers compete for the last spot for the playoffs. You're going to hear it right here. I book it. Lions versus Packers. It's going to be for that last spot in the playoffs in the season finale. You heard it here. So I'm going to pick that game. I'm going to go with Green Bay for the upset. That's a lock for me. This is going to be pretty interesting, guys. But I'm going to tell you like it is, and it's going to be fun. All right. Packers have something to play for, actually, so they might play for a chance for a wild card, so we'll see. Yep, he definitely is, man. Okay, the Rams versus the Chargers. The battle of LA. So I guess you can call it an LA Bowl. But guess what? The Chargers are going to win. Unfortunately, they are going to win. I've been picking against the Rams, but I have a gut feeling that the Chargers are going to win, actually. So the Rams, you guys blew the freaking donkey country, but y'all ain't going to beat the Chargers. The Chargers might just beat you anyway, so give me the Chargers. By 10 points, Chargers are going to win. Give me the Chargers. They're going to win the Battle of LA, actually. So, like they say, rent is due. You might need to pay the rent from the Chargers now. You might need to pay your rent with the Chargers, Rams. You may need to pay your rent now because they are going to run LA now. Not y'all. But let's go on. Bills versus Bengals. This is potentially for the AFC Championship game, maybe. This could be the AFC Championship game that we might see. We might see the Bills and Bengals or Chiefs, one or the other. This is a potential team that could meet in the conference championship. So hear me out. I know this sounds crazy as it gets. But for whatever reason, I do like what I've seen from Buffalo. And I'm going to go with Buffalo. For other reasons, but I am going to go with Buffalo for this game. So give me the Buffalo Bills. I'm taking Buffalo. Cincinnati, you guys are looking pretty good too, but I think Buffalo's going to play a lot better. So give me Buffalo Bills. Yep, Bengals all the way, but got to flip it. Going to LA, yeah, I like Rodgers either way, yeah. Yep, I think it's going to be a couple upset picks for me, but I picked some teams that I feel like could win. But, okay, so Buffalo's going to beat the Bengals, in my opinion. I think Buffalo should be able to peek in at the right time. The Bengals, they already got their spot, so they're good. They're still going to peak at the right time also, but realistically, that will be my scores and all that. So, yep. Burrow is my pick. Cool. I mean, he's a good quarterback. No cap, but I'm just going to go play it safe. Yeah, Devontae Adams will be a good practice, but, dude, he deserves to be on a better football team, not on a crappy organization. I don't care how much of a fan you grew up as a fan of another team, dude. You would not want to play for a loser organization. But you wanted to take that chance. And it got you nowhere. It got you nowhere, Devontae. If you would have stayed in Green Bay, I think Green Bay would have won their division. Because all they needed was Devontae Adams in this offense. And I think Green Bay would have had a far better record. See, I guess there is a thing called the Adams effect for the Packers. If the Packers would have had more of a good – if they had more of a proven receiver like Adams still on their team, dude, they would be a 10 to 11 or maybe 12-win team right now. But they're not. They have a lot of young receivers that are still learning this route stuff. That's frustrating for some fans. But realistically, this could be an interesting week. So my lock pick of the week is the Niners and Raiders. It's not even a question. Like, the Niners are just going to smoke the Raiders. It's not going to even be a contest. And then my upset pick of the week is the Packers and – no, actually, I take that back. Seahawks and Jets. Seahawks and Jets are going to be my upset pick of the week. But I think like realistically, like if I had to pick a realistic pick of the week, I would say Packers would be realistic because they could play good against Minnesota and actually beat them. Yep, easy win for us for sure. But realistically, we'll see how it goes. But hey, I thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to end this stream, but it was a lot of fun. Yep, the Raccoon CG's in the building. We got Brian Cope. Brian, you just missed my score predictions, but you can check them out later. Did a lot of it, so we'll see what happens. But you might enjoy my rant a little bit. I did a little rant on other teams, dude. So you might want to check that out and get a good laugh at it. Good stuff. Yeah, good stuff for real. Like, realistically, I just look at how I look at score predictions and all that stuff. Dude, I don't know. It's a great show, but yeah. I actually, I'm going by what I look at, you know. I'm not going to go bias with everybody else, you know. Despite how I feel about their teams, I'm still going to go by how I look at the team in general. But that one was like, okay, you have to look at realistically, and there's just a lot of teams that just overlook teams. But I wouldn't say Houston's an upset in my opinion. I would say it's more like logical, you know, more like realistic because – the Jaguars have failed against the Texans, so it's hard for them to get over the hump. Hey, what's up, Chad? How's it going? How's it going, dude? What's up, H-Town Cowboy? Guess we got H-Town Cowboy in here. It's good to see. It's good to see a bunch of other fans out here. But I did pick Dallas to beat the Tennessee Titans, despite how the matchup is, because Tennessee isn't playing up to their level. Like I even said, Dallas is probably going to dominate them, so I think it's going to be too hard for Tennessee to even run the ball when Dallas is up by maybe a couple of touchdowns. So you might have to play more of a shootout, if anything else. But yeah, realistically, some people may look delusional and say, why would you think the Niners are going to blow up the Raiders? Oh, the Raiders are playing for pride or something. Oh, dude, we're playing for something. What are you guys playing for? What are you guys playing for in Vegas? You're not playing for shit. You guys are not playing for nothing. Nobody believes in Josh McDaniels. Nobody in the locker room believes in him. They're pointing fingers at your quarterback. They're blaming him. That's a sign of disaster. Like, it's a disaster. When you point fingers at your quarterback and when nobody believes in your coach, that's a sign of collapse. You can't get away from that. The Cardinals, that's a collapse too. A lot of toxic going on. So you can't tell me otherwise how that's going to be. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm happy. JJ finally retired. Don't need him to have a heart attack on the field after he had. Yeah, he needs to retire on good health too, but I don't blame him. I don't blame him. But realistically, I think the Falcons and the Cardinals could be a little bit close of a game because both teams are actually not – they're more disappointing if I'm being honest, but it can go either way. How old is Watt? I believe he's 33. I think he's going to be 34 next year. But, yeah, health-wise, that's kind of a – yeah, these are the extra practice in games like bowl season in college for Vegas. Pretty much, dude. What do they got? J.J. Watt. I think they're talking about J.J. Watt. They're talking about J.J. Watt, dude. Yeah, these extra practice in games like the bowl season in college for Vegas. Yeah, I mean, he had 9.5 sacks, but that's just he's not the same player. The more they get injured, the more they get wear and tear a lot, so it kind of sucks. But J.J. Watt was at the peak of his career with those injuries, and some people will say it's the injuries that play a factor in his heart issues too, so maybe that's what it was. Yeah, thank God Franco Harris so helped my Steelers beat the Raiders. It was kind of a miracle to see that. At first, I thought the Raiders were going to win. You guys were down by 6 points, I believe, or something like that. Was it like 6 or 7 points, I believe, and you guys were down for a while. You guys were down for at least until the fourth quarter. And then when I try to, go back on my phone to check what's going on, I see the scoreboard, and I'm like, holy crap. Did the Steelers win? Yeah, I think the heart thing scared them. Yeah, it's more about the health purposes, I guess. But we'll never know. Franco Harris asked my mom to dance. Nice. He must have been a nice guy. Yeah. Well, I'll catch you guys later. I'm pretty much going to be done with the stream. Won't do any other streams on this channel. Mostly going to do it on my Niners channel. And I'm going to do the NFC West Network at 6 p.m. And then let's see how things play out tomorrow. I'm supposed to have ex-Raiders safety Stuart Swagger. I don't know if anything's getting confirmed with him, but seems like it's in the right direction. He'll get back to me. He just tells me to send him yeah, all right, man. Catch you guys later, man. But I appreciate all you guys for your support. I'm just going to end it from here. But you guys have a great day. And as always, stay classy. Go Niners. Peace.